Cynthia. I live in Costa Mesa. I came from New Jersey many years ago, and I'm 79 years old, going to be 80 in October. I've been pretty healthy all my life. I've been having high cholesterol for many years, and prior doctors had always wanted to put me on statins, which I did not want to do. I also gained some weight, and that didn't seem to be going off with anything I did, even changing some eating things and whatever. So I started exploring, listening to blogs, and finding out about healthy eating. So I took it in my own hands to stop eating sugar as best possible, and to limit my carbohydrates and white flour and things like that. And by doing that, my weight came down. And I also had done some blood work, which gave me a lot of good information. And through that, it was recommended that I find an integrative or functional medicine doctor. And I went looking, and that's how I ended up coming to the Lam Clinic and meeting with Dr. Carrie Lam. Yes, I did try other solutions, but what I found in my exploration of what would be the best way to go about healthy living, not so much a weight loss program, but really trying to figure out what I could do to be healthier and have quality of life each day. So even though some of the things I knew about watching sweets or donuts or things like that, I wasn't as motivated back then because I didn't have the information. So I had to go looking for that. And then once I found that, that seemed to click with me, and I was able to apply the principles. Then I decided I wanted to have a medical support, which is how I ended up at the Lam Clinic. Well, they are in alignment with finding out the underlying reasons why our body might be exhibiting any kind of health issue or something like that. And that was very attractive to me. That was what I wanted from them. And the clinic provides various testing that supported that information. So I felt like we were a team for my good health. The most notable change has been an energy shift in my, it's like the body is willing to do things and be active in ways that I wasn't before I really started on looking at healthy living, healthy eating, and so forth. And also a sense of well-being. I don't take any drugs for that, just the supplements. And one of the tests that Dr. Lam did was a nutrient test, which showed me things that were working and areas that I needed to improve. And then so we were working on doing that. I would say go for it. The sense of health and well-being is well worth it. It is important for you to inform yourself so that you can actually be an active team member with the doctors and with the clinic in terms of what they offer and solving any issue that you might have. I can't recommend it enough. Nothing jumps into my brain right now to say that. I have found with all the dealings here that besides Dr. Carrie, who is my primary doctor, all the staff have been more than helpful, whether it be a phone call or me being here in the clinic. if I've asked for anything, they provide or follow through if they, for any reason, don't have an immediate answer. And I worked with a nurse practitioner, I believe, and had to get questions answered and so forth. So from top to bottom, everyone is part of the team.